Here. I'm right here with my $1 million dog, Miss Priss. Miss Priss come to see all the folks tonight. Show a pretty little dress. Got a pretty little bow on right there, ain't you, Miss Priss? Goodness gracious. I tell you, people love to see Miss Priss and see her little outfits we show her every night. Hey, again, my name is Chester. I want to welcome you tonight. You know, we opened up our series talking about the brain and talking about the power of the brain and how it can make you successful in life. So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about the subconscious mind and what it means for you. And I've got a little story for you. They put a pike fish. Now, if you don't know what a pike fish is, it's a long fish, got a pointed nose. They put him in this large aquarium. And then they put minnows in there, and they would hit a minnow, and as soon as the minnow would hit the water, he'd hit that minnow and just snap him right up. Well, then they took a round tube, a hollow tube that was clear, plexiglass, and they put it right down in the water, and they just poured the minnows down in there. Well, as soon as the pike seen those minnows, he would go to catch them, and his nose would bump the glass. He'd bump the glass. He'd bump the glass. After a while, he would just sit and look at them. He wouldn't try anymore. They took the cylinder out, and the minnows swam around that fish, even right to his whiskers in his mouth, and the fish starved to death and floated at the top. And you know why he did? Because he didn't think that he had been programmed that he couldn't get that food. You ever go to a circus, you see a huge elephant out there and he got a little bitty stake in the ground and he don't go nowhere when he could pull up 10 of them just like it? It's because when he was a small elephant, they chained him to a big old stop and he jerked and yanked and jerked and yanked and found out he couldn't get out. And once he figured out he couldn't pull that stake up, then they could take any little small stake and stick it down, because he won't go anywhere because he didn't believe he could. The reason for that, he was not just programmed, and the fish wasn't just programmed. They was negatively programmed to get what they wanted to achieve in these experiments. So look, folks, when you're out there right now and your subconscious mind takes things in, your subconscious mind don't know right, it don't know wrong. It's just like that computer. It just knows the information that you drop in those data slots. That's all that knows. And in your case, when you're programming what you put in your mind, it will come back. You know, sometimes I have thoughts of things and all of a sudden something will pop out of my mouth that I had heard 5 years prior that related to that. The reason for that, when the brain hears something, your subconscious mind tries to help. And sometimes if you've got bad stuff in there, bad stuff comes out. If you've got good stuff in there, good stuff comes out, because see, the subconscious don't know the difference. What it does, it hunts the closest information of whatever's been asked of you, and it hunts that database right then. So the best thing for you to do is start putting all good stuff in your subconscious mind. And the way to do that is around your environment, who you're around. You know, if you take the 5 people that you're around right now and you average their income, and I'll just use income for an example. If you average those 5 people's income out, it'll be within 10% of what you make. If you take those 5 people and average out the type of character they have, it'll be just about who you are. Because you are who you're around. And the reason for that is that information coming out of their mouths is feeding your subconscious mind, and it's sticking it right in your computer all the time. Here's to make a change in your life, and you can tell this right away. Start reading something positive about 10 minutes a night before you go to sleep. You know, when you go lay down in the bed, just as you get ready to go to sleep, put something positive in your brain. And then when you go to sleep, your subconscious mind can start sticking them in slots, because that's the last remembrance of the day. And when you have more good things in there, folks, good things is going to come out. I'll tell you that I can recommend a lot of different books for you. But one of the best ones that I'm working on right now, and I may tell you during the end of this series, but find something, a positive mental attitude book, and read about 10 minutes a day, and start noticing, be real particular about what you are fed, when you listen to TV, what you're listening to the television, what the television's telling you. Put positive in and positive will come out. Hey, look, folks, I'm going to make these lessons extremely short. So the lesson for the day would be this. Start putting something about 10 minutes a day at the end of the day. Start reading, putting a positive mental attitude book, reading and putting it in your brain, and it will start changing you. You won't know yourself in 90 days. If you'll do that one thing for 90 days, you'll start become who you need to be, not just to make money. Because you know what? When you get you together, the rest of the world will fall apart. You know, there was a man one time, and he come in, and his little boy says, "Can you come out and play ball with me?" And the dad says, "Look, I don't have time." And he kept begging, and he reached over there, and he took a picture of the globe, and he tore it up, and he says, "If you go put that back together, then I'll go play with you." And about 5 minutes later, the little boy come back. And he says, "How in the world did you get that put together so fast?" The little boy said, "There was a man on the other side of that paper. All I had to do is put the man together, and the world would come back together too." All you got to do is work on you. Make you a better person today than you are tomorrow. And then guess what? You'll be somewhere in the future. And the future looks better than it does right now. I'll see you tomorrow.